Yep, Weebfox really quickly chiming in. I'm recording this immediately after we recorded the last week's episode, 136, Savage Strike. Since we discussed at the end, if you watched that all the way through, you remember us discussing at the end the changes to the structure deck episodes in our series. But very simple, for structure decks going forward, we have a new rule where you have to have still like everything that's in the structure deck itself. Let's say a structure deck has 3 cards in the extra deck. You have to have those 3 in your extra deck, but other than that, you can put anything in your extra that you'd like. It makes the most sense given the context of this episode. Obviously, Powercode Link being a link climb, link spam deck with 2 unplayable links and then 1 like kind of whatever link. So like it would not make sense. And that gives us the opportunity to actually showcase some cards that we otherwise like basically never get due to the naming conventions or something else in the series that we never get to showcase. Now we can actually showcase those in structure episodes. They're still like for your main deck, you're completely limited to everything that is in your sorry, my camera is glitching out a lot. It's overheated because we obviously last time we had such a long episode, so I apologize for that. But yeah, it gives us a chance to actually showcase some of the other extra deck stuff, and obviously makes it a little more balanced in some matchups and removes the feeling of like, bro, it feels so bad that I have a deck that like could do a lot of things with extra deck, but sometimes you don't even have an extra deck at all. So just going forward in structure deck episodes, as long as you're playing at least 1 copy of everything that comes in the extra deck already, the rest, anything that's released up until that point, like it is fair game. So that applies only for structure deck episodes. Enjoy the episode, Powercode Link versus Soulburner today. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoy this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, this time with structure deck Soulburner and Powercode Link. And I've finally settled down, so this is what my background is gonna, for the most part, look like for the foreseeable future. But yeah, you saw the intro, you know what the deal is with extra deck now, so I'm not gonna bother explaining that. As for my deck, I'm gonna be piloting the structure deck Soulburner, which is obviously Salamangreats, a lot of stuff here. We also have some extra fire stuff here, some of which I will be talking about. Ash Blossom, obviously, really good inclusion. And we also, right here, we also have a Gozen match as obviously an incredibly potent floodgate as well, since we're pretty much only playing fires. As for the one that Jeexx is going to be piloting, Powercode Link, like this is what the rule is mostly here for, because this deck without the extra deck changes would be so annoying and awful to play. Flame Bufferla and Lady Vika, unfortunately in Jeexx's deck, not mine, obviously 2 cards that I would love to have access to in the Salad deck. He also has some hand traps here, whereas we have Ash Blossom, he has Skullmeister and Effect Veiler, so 2 different hand traps there, but obviously not as crazy Ash Blossom, but a lot of other stuff here as well. But we'll just have to wait and see what Jeexx ends up cooking up with those. But we talked about a little bit about a potential Signet Storm deck, which it'll be interesting. That was after last episode, so that'll be interesting to see if he ends up going with that. But or something else, but that is not here nor there yet. Now, this is what we're going to be playing, I think a pretty solid Salad deck. And I'm re-recording this. I did this earlier already, but I rambled a lot, and I decided that to change in my background, I'm also going to change my deck breakdowns, because I would like them to be around the 5 to 10 minutes range like Jeexx has, and not over 15 minutes as they usually are. So even when I explain new cards, I'm gonna be a little less detailed. But for our 3 offs, for the Salamangreats, we're playing 3 Gazelle, 3 Spinny, and 3 Foxy. Gazelle, basically just anything, a Salamangreat gets summoned to the graveyard, we can spell this from our hand on any summon. This gets to Foolish any Salamangreat card, except Gazelle, and both hard per turn. So everything basically is a hard once per turn. Spinny, you can pitch it to give a face monster on the field 5 attack until the end of turn. Not really relevant, but the relevant effect is if you have a Salamangreat monster other than Spinny on the field, you can spell this from the graveyard, it gets banished. And then Foxy, on normal summon, you can excavate top 3, add an excavate Salamangreat to your hand, and shuffle the rest into the deck. Or, if it's in your graveyard and a face-up spell drop is on the field, you can discard a Salamangreat card to spell this on the field, and then pop a face-up spell drop on the field. And you can only use one of these effects per turn. So, important to note, because a lot of lines with something like Spinny mean that you don't want to use the first effect. Then for our one-offs, we have a single copy of Foxer. If you have 3 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you can send this from your hand to the grave, target a Salamangreat Link monster in your graveyard, and a card in your opponent's spell drop zone. Return the target monster from the graveyard to the extra deck, and if you do, destroy the target card on the field. And if a card on your opponent's spell drop zone is destroyed by the center of the graveyard while discarded in your graveyard, you can spell this in defense position. But once again, you can only use one, so even though it has a pop effect itself, it can't revive itself with the pop effect because you can only use one or the other. Falco, if sent to a graveyard, you can target a Salamangreat spell drop in your grave, set it to your field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target a Salamangreat monster you control, except Falco, it returns it to the hand, and special summon this card. Once again, you can only use one of those 2 effects. Jaguar deals piercing. Oh yeah, notable also that the first row is level 3s, but now we're in level 4s. Falco, Sorry, Foxer, inflicts piercing. If you control a Link monster, Salamangreat Link monster while this is in your grave, you can target a Salamangreat monster in your grave. Except a Jaguar, shuffle it into the deck and spell summon this card to a zone your Salamangreat Link monster points to a hard once per turn. Salamangreat Foul, if a Salamangreat monster except Foul is normal spell summon to your field, except during damage that you have spell damage from your hand, say one hard once per turn, and you can send a Salamangreat card from your hand or face up on the field to target a set card your opponent, spell card, or drop card your opponent controls, and it cannot be activated this turn. Beat Poison is a level 8. If you have 3 or more Salamangreat monsters in your grave, you can spell summon this from your hand in defense position. You can target a Fire Link monsters in your graveyard up to the number of face-up cards your opponent controls. Turn to the extra and negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls until the end of this turn up to the number of cards returned. Each effect a hard once per turn. Triple copy of Red Resonator, just on normal summons something smaller. Triple Dogra and the Mad Flame Kaiju. This is actually really hard for our deck to out, but we have our Link Force that we can use this with. Triple Ash Blossom. Triple Circle, it's a really good quick spell, which is a modular card. You can either Rhoda a Salamangreat monster, or you can target a Salamangreat Link monster you control that was Link summoned using the monster with the same name as material. It is unaffected by monster effects this turn except its own, and the explanation to this is the main Salad gimmick. Salamangreat Sanctuary, their fill spell. If you link summon a Salamangreat Link monster, you can use one Salamangreat Link monster you control with the same name as the entire material. During damage calculation, if your monster battles, you can pay 1,000, target a Link monster you control, make its attack 0, and if you do gain life points equal to its original attack. Not relevant. The first part is what we are playing this for. Triple copies of Will of the Salamangreat. During your main phase, you can spell summon a Salamangreat monster from your hand or graveyard, or you can send this face-up card from the field to a grave, target a Salamangreat Link monster you control that was Link summoned using a monster with the same name as material. Spell summon a Salamangreat monster from your hand and or grave in defense up to a number of that monster's Link rating, and only one of these 2 effects per turn. Roar is essentially an Omni-Negate. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated while you control Salamangreat Link monster, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. While this card is in the graveyard, if a Salamangreat Link monster is Link summoned to your field using that monster with the same name as material, you can set this on the field, but banish it when it leaves the field. One effect only per turn. 2 copies of Salamangreat Range. Activate one of these effects. Send a Salamangreat monster from your hand or face up on the field to the grave. Target a card on the field, pop it. Or target a Salamangreat Link monster you control that was Link summoned using a monster with the same name as material. Destroy cards your opponent controls up to that monster's Link rating. Once again, only one effect per turn. Single copy of Salamangreat Gift. You can discard a Salamangreat monster, send a Salamangreat monster from your deck to the grave, then draw 1. And if you control a Salamangreat Link monster that was Link summoned using the monster with the same name as material, you can discard a Salamangreat monster to draw 2 cards. And once again, only one of these 2 effects per turn. And finally, triple goes in match. Each player can only control 1 attribute of monsters, and all other phase monsters they control to the grave. incredibly oppressive floodgate. As for the side deck, a lot of extra copies. Second copy of Falco, second copy of Jack Chakra, third copy of Salamangreat Sanctuary, third copy of Salamangreat Rage, extra copy of Mirror Stalio. We'll cover that in a little bit. But we also have Mole here. During your main phase, if you link summon this, you can spell summon this card from your hand to zone link monster points to. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your grave. Target 5 solid cards in your grave, shuffle in the deck, draw 2. Each effect is a hard once per turn. 2 copies of True King Agni Mazut, the Vanisher. If this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters in your hand and or face upon the field, including a fire monster. Spell summon this card. And if you do that, you can banish a monster from your opponent's field or grave if both of the monsters were fire. And then it has the True King float, which we obviously don't care about. Triple circle of Fire Kings, target a fire monster you control and fire monster in your graveyard, destroy the monster on the field, and if you do spell summon the other monster from the grave, you can only activate 1 per turn. Monster Reincarnation, discard a card, target a monster in your grave, add it to your hand, and then, like I said, the third copy of Mirror Stalio and Bagooska. I'll explain Bagooska. Well, you know what Bagooska does. It's there, summon it in defense position to negate monster effects. It's there to facilitate plays later on, but we can't really fit it in our first deck. There is an argument made to Bagooska being here instead of one of the 2 Borals, but we'll make it work. As for the extra deck itself, we have a Boral Sword here to actually win the game with. Boral Lord Dragon is here as well. The Monster Snatching is pretty nice if we give our opponent Dogoran and then actually take it with Boral Lord. We get to swing for a lot of damage, obviously, that way. And for the non-salad Link 2s, we have Dual Chimera, just a fire generic Link Monster Flame Administrator, or Link Monster you control gain 800 attack, takes 2 Cyberse monsters. This is what we're citing out for Bagooska for games 2 and 3. And then a single copy of Nightmare Phoenix. It's a fire, it gives us a spell trap pop. It's pretty nice. As for the actual salads, the Link 3, probably the worst one. Actually, not probably, definitely the worst one out the bunch. Helio, 2+ fire effect monster, Link 3. If discard Link summoned, you can target a card in your opponent's spell trap zone, shuffle it in the deck. Once per turn during their main phase, if discard with Link summoned using the same name as material. All of the links have this effect. You can target face a monster on the field and 1 monster in your graveyard. The attack of the first target becomes equal to the other targets until the end of this turn. This is what you're making later when you're going for a game if you have like a lot of extension, but not really that relevant. The best card probably is Sunlight Wolf, takes 2 fire effect monsters, a Link 2 with 1800 attack. If a monster is normal spell summon to his own, this card points to, except during the damage step, you can add a fire monster from your grave to your hand, but you cannot normal summon or set those spell summon monsters with the added monster name for the rest of the turn. And then the main phase same name effect is you can add a Salamangreat spell trap from your graveyard to your hand. Each effect is a hard once per turn. Triple copies of Balinks, takes 1 level 4 or lower Cyberse monster. If this card is Link summoned, you can add a Sanctuary from your deck to your hand, and if a Salamangreat card you control would be destroyed battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect of Balinks once per turn. And then 2 copies of Mirror Stalio. We obviously have the third one in the side as well. Probably not gonna come up. 2 level 3s. You can either ship 1 from this to special a Salamangreat monster from your deck in defense position, and then it locks you into only using fire monster effects for the rest of each turn. If it exceeds summon card is sent to a graveyard as a material for the Link summon of a Salamangreat monster, you can target a monster in the field, return it to the hand. Each effect is a hard once per turn. I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry. Anyhow, everything that we're running apart from the Borals and Bagooska is a fire anyway, so the fire lock doesn't matter. And if we're summoning Mirror Stalio, and even if we're going into these as well, like we don't need to use their effects that turn. And Bagooska, when you just summon it, you don't activate the effect. You just summon it in defense and that's it. It doesn't matter. So Mirror Stalio in this deck like doesn't really limit us in any way. But yeah, that's about it. I'm so excited about this because I genuinely, like, the first ever deck that I looked up combos for, like, way back in the, like, Legendary Hero decks, and after that, days when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Proper, the first ever deck that I actually saw and looked at combos for Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Salamangreat, and I think the archetype is so cool. And I really also like the aesthetic of the cards. So I'm so excited to be playing this. And hopefully I can do the deck justice. I'm excited to see what Jeexx has cooked up though. So thank you so very much for watching my deck breakdown. Hopefully you enjoy Jeexx as well. And afterwards I will see y'all in the dueling zone.
Okay, so we are doing Powercode Link versus Soulburner. I think that's the one. Anyhow, it's the salad one. It's the salmon grape one. But yeah, we got some absolute ass out here. Ant-alien. Once per turn, if discard battle a monster this battle phase. You can quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one Cyberse monster. If this card you control leaves the field, because of an opponent's card effect, draw one card. Cyberse Gadget. When it's normal summon, spell summon a level 2 or lower card from your graveyard, and if it's sent to the graveyard, you can spell summon a gadget token. Data Corn. If the spell summon, you can spell summon a Data Corn, Corn token. Effect Veiler, Genex Ally Birdman, Goblinberg, Jurai Gedo. During the battle step, you can spell summon this card from your hand and gain 1000 life points. Once per turn, you contribute this card to have one card you control gain 1000 attack until the end of the next turn. Final Sky Blaster, summon tokens up to the number of monsters you control. Reborn Tengu, Storm Cypher, cannot attack directly or attack monsters in the extra monster zone, unaffected by monster effects activated in the extra monster zone. Cannot be destroyed by battle or with monsters in the extra monster zone. And then we have Cyanide Storm. All linked monsters in the field gain 500 attack. Link summons on link monsters cannot be negated. Once per chain, if you take 2000 or more battle or effect damage, you can shuffle the face down card. The face down cards in your extra deck and excavate the top card. And if it is a Cyberse link monster, special summon it. Otherwise, return to the extra deck. Then 1 for 1, Reasoning, Scapegoat, Swords, Terraforming, blah blah blah. Another Ant-alien, Sea Archiver. If a monster's normal spell summon to a zone a link monster points to, you can spell summon this card from your graveyard. If it was there when the summon resolved, or hand, even if it's not. But banish it when it leaves the field. Storm Cypher, X-Code Talker. When this card is linked summon, you can choose an unused main monster zone equal to the number of monster zones you currently control. Currently, the extra monster zones. Those zones cannot be used. Then we have links. Then has second effect. Monsters discard points to gain 500 attack. Also, they cannot be destroyed by card effects. Then we have Link Karibo. And then we have Recovery Sorcerer. You can target a Cyberse Link monster in your graveyard that was destroyed this turn. You spell summon it, but it has its effects negated. Also destroyed during the end phase. Forbidden Chalice, Night Beam, 1 for 1. Underclock Taker, Tri-Gate Wizard. A lot of these we've already seen. I'm pretty sure actually all of them except for Powercode Talker. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster of the field and negate that target's effect until the end of this turn. Once per turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster, during the damage calculation, you contribute a monster this card points to, and this card gains attack. This card's attack becomes double its original attack during damage calculation. Then we have like Binary Sorceress, and we have a couple Fireballs. That about does it. This is a pretty simple deck overall. There's not much to cover in it. So, we'll see how this goes. I don't foresee this deck performing well. The main idea of it obviously being just to pop Terraforming, get Silent Storm, hope you get hit hard enough where you can actually use Silent Storm, and then pray. But yeah, good luck with the games.
What's up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to this Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, this time with starter decks Soulburner and Powercode Link. And fuck, if there was like one time I really wanted to go first, it would have been this, but alas, the coin thinks otherwise.
Yorokobe shonen. Oh, what?
Do you have the wrong deck?
I set the Powercode Link to default, but it didn't work, I guess. Oh, I guess it was loading or something. There we go. Sorry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll just remake this.
You can flip again if you want.
It's fine.
I was about to play Pot of Extravagance on my main phase 1 to draw 2. But, you know.
It's fine. We can't... Oh, wait. Now I have the wrong deck.
Hell yeah.
Because I just... ever since the dawn of time, I've just had the... Like, my... Essentially, IRL Galaxy Photon deck be the default. Just because, you know, every time I open the deck builder, seeing Galaxy Photon cards makes me that much, you know, feel that much more happiness.
That's fair. That's fair. Understandable. Go fight.
I actually haven't even, like, going second combos or anything. This hand is... I think I can work with this.
We'll start off by activating Silent Storm.
Link monsters on the field, gain it. And then, okay.
I pass.
Huh, interesting. I mean, let's give it a shot. I would like to start by a normal summoning. Red Resonator.
Oh, hold up. Oh,
Yep.
let me see. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then that will special summon this Foxy from my hand.
Yeah.
Then we'll go for a Link summon. I will use Foxy. And I will make a Salamangreat Banlist.
Yeah.
Banlist is
Dude, I
summoned.
just realized that my Silent Storm is buffing you.
It is, yep.
It's huge. Huge, actually.
But yeah, the Banlist would search for a Sanctuary. Is that fine?
Bro, I don't got shit.
I do know that you don't have Ash, which is obviously that usually, like, if you have a Gazelle, like, you can chain block this, but unfortunately, I do not, but we'll live.
I mean, the deck has Veiler in it, but
Yeah.
I don't got shit.
I'll go for a Foxy effect from Grave, since I didn't use the normal summon effect, to discard a Salamangreat card to special it, and then destroy a phase of spell trap on the field.
Don't do that part, please. If you do that, I'm admitting defeat on the spot, by the way.
No, you remember our rules?
I don't
But
care.
I don't need to be popping it.
I don't care.
I'm just doing my thingy-majingies.
Popping this thing is like the cringiest thing you could do here, man.
I'll summon Spinny. I will overlay these two. I'll go.
Well, you got XYZ in here.
Yep. It was in the.
What the
It was
fuck?
in the structure. I'll go for Detach Foxy, and now I'm Fire Monster. Effect locked for the rest of the turn. Is the summon fine? Like you said, you did have say you have effect Veiler, but I'll just pause for a bit with everything, I guess. I'll go for Gazelle. Oh, sorry, this is in needs to be in defense. I guess I'll get summoned. I will Foolish a Salamangreat card, which actually, yeah, this line still works. I'll go for where is he? We'll go for Jaguar.
So guys, I need to find out where I actually can see my production and my usage so that I can better optimize.
I think this is the first time because I've done my bits when I'm like doing some other shit when you're comboing off. I think this is the first time when I'm actually doing this stuff. And
Bruh.
now the issue here
Shoe is on the other foot now.
yeah, not as actually. Does it make more sense for me to instead? I don't think it matters. Actually, it might matter. It's fine. I'll just do it like this. I'll Link summon Sunlight Wolf, and then I'll activate Sanctuary. I'll use Sunlight Wolf to summon out a Sunlight Wolf.
Yeah. Wait, what?
And then...
Wait, a single Sunlight Wolf or another Sunlight Wolf?
Salamangreat Sanctuary says, if you Link summon a Salamangreat Link monster, you can use one Salamangreat Link monster you control with the same name as the entire material. That's the whole gimmick of the Salamangreat deck.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I will go for Jaguar effect. In Grave, I will shuffle back to extra Sunlight Wolf to special Jaguar into a zone a Link monster points to, which will activate Sunlight Wolf. I'll add Foxy back to my hand, but I can't use I can't normal or special Foxy name for the rest of the turn. Now the awkward thing here is that normally like I normally go for what's his face? I would normally go for like Boral stuff here, but you don't have any cards on board, so I don't know if I actually care about that. So I guess instead we'll just do this. I'll make a duel Chimera. And then we'll go gambling with your Silent Storm, because obviously that's what's...
Let's go gambling!
But first, before we go gambling, I will attack with 1900 for...
Okay. I see how it is. Okay!
But then after that, we'll swing for 23, sorry.
23,000.
Silent
And I
Storm?
get to activate the effect of Silent Storm. If I take
actually,
2,000 or more battle or effect damage.
before you do that, take back the 23 and just add 500 because I forgot the all link monsters in the field gave 500 attack and defense, so do a little already. That's that. So I don't think it matters, but in that case I'll just swing with Sunlight Wolf first because it's not linked. So I'll swing for 23 first, but that obviously will already proc sign it.
Wait, what?
So you would be at 67.
Okay.
And this already procs. So I've attacked with Sunlight Wolf. That's my one attack I've done.
So 2.3k damage from that.
Yep.
Wait, he's still on plus. Yeah, 2.3k off of that. That's
Hey, wait,
right.
that's 57. Yeah, never mind.
Wait, how
I'm
do
down.
I-
Yeah, that's
yeah.
57, sorry. I have a 6-7 on the brain, I guess. Yeah, then Sinusaur activates!
Silent Storm activates! I would like to resolve the effect of Silent Storm once per chain. If I take 2,000 or more battle damage, I can shuffle that face down cards into my extra deck to excavate the top card of my deck. If it's a Link Cyber's Link Master, I can special summon it. Otherwise, I return it to the extra deck. I will be activating the effect of Silent Storm.
Well,
Wait, what?
it is.
And that is one, yes.
It is
one.
something you can't summon.
Yeah, it is, in fact. Quite in fact. Wait, this is weird. Wait, why can I not summon it?
Oh yeah, it's a mandatory special summon.
Yeah, but like, why can't I not summon it into the extra monster zone? That's weird. That's not right.
Can I just move it down? Oh yeah, from grave you can summon from the extra monster.
Yeah, but it doesn't go to the grave. It gets like, wait, what? Does it not? Wait.
Oh, because did you like resolve like click resolve? Yeah, because it's excavate. Excavate always like on dueling books throws them in the banish pile, and like from banish or grave you can't directly put things into the extra. So they probably haven't added a function for Silent Storm specifically, which
I can't believe they didn't add one for Silent Storm specifically.
It is crazy, and
well, if I do this. You get the effect of this, but I've walled you off for the rest of this turn.
And it is once per turn, so. And it is then.
Oh, yeah, you used it already, yeah?
Yeah, it is once per turn. I guess I can. Do I care about that really? So this is 23.
Correct.
My little chimera is 24.
Correct. Gigawald.
Huge. Yep. I mean, sure. I'll go 100.
During the battle step.
Yep.
I activate Juraigedo.
Go for it.
Special summon it from my hand and gain 1,000 life points.
Go for it.
Would you like to continue your attack?
If Doolittle goes to grave, actually yes, because if Doolittle goes to grave, I get Gazelle back, which is what I wanted. Yes, I would still like to redeclare, because I'm fine with either of these happening.
Okay, I sack this and I.
Yep, I will take 900. Doolittle
goes
to the grave. Yeah, it's not 33,000, I don't think, and I get Gazelle back to my hand.
Okay.
And then I don't think I need to do anything else. Actually, this is only for, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Main 2. I will simply, I did this. Yeah, that's
actually
fine.
pretty good.
I'll just set a card in the pendulum scale, and I will end my turn.
Okay, in your end phase, I would like to activate Call of the Haunted, targeting my Juraigedo.
Juraigedo target is fine.
And then I summon it and I take my turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Then, I would like to normal summon Phantom Sky Blaster.
That's what gets you 2 tokens.
2 tokens.
You have 1 card in your hand. Sure, that is fine.
Okay.
I might regret, but it is okay.
He's coming attack. Any position. Okay.
Okay. Big.
He's huge. Scary guys. Scary guys. I mean, I could do a thing here. Which
You
is
could?
kinda weird. I could definitely do things here. For each Sky Blaster monster you control. Damn. Huge burn, bro.
Exactly.
Wait.
But it's
Oh my
during
God.
your standby phase, so.
Yeah.
It would be too powerful otherwise.
It's getting nerfed, man. Getting giga nerfed out.
For sure.
I think I will summon out. Like, this is just 2+ monsters. Huh. That's kind of weird.
Landphysaurus coming in clutch. Using the tokens.
I'm looking at this like, huh. I could just go for Firewall Dragon. That's kind of huge, but I don't think it's worth it right now, especially considering the state of the video game. The state of the video game isn't very good right now. But I can. Did this have 500 each, right? These have 500 each, right? Yeah. Just gonna make sure that they're actually marked.
Sure.
Because there are cards in my deck that care about that in particular. I am going to summon these guys out and attack if I can. Just to check. I can do that. Yes, that is an option that is possible instead. Okay. Then I'll use one of them for a
Ligaribo?
Link Spider. They're level 4.
A spider. Oh yeah, they're sure.
They're huge. Actually, kind of massive. Then I would like to use. Don't know. I use Yuragero for this. This is a Link 3 already, right? Yeah, bro. I can make a huge guy here. I can go like. But, oh wait, no. It's effect monsters, including a Link monster. Killing myself. And I don't have decode in my deck because I forgot to put decode in the main deck.
The heck?
I mean, I might as well use this guy and this guy for a underclock taker. And then I would like to use the effect of underclock taker targeting. Do either of these have this? If this material is to the graveyard. And this is if you whatever the fuck. Whatever, man. I don't give a fuck what that card does. It has too much text on it. Look at my field. It's clean. It's beautiful. My Link monster has 1 line of text on it.
Well, Underclock Taker
Glorious.
actually has like
Shut the fuck up.
5.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, you okay? I was magnanimous enough to let you keep your side of Storm, so.
Yeah. This fucking blows. I'm going to target your goon here, and target my goon here.
Yep. So
and
Mirage
reduce your
Talio
goons.
is now at 1500.
Damn, this thing huge. This thing is a gazillion power. Okay. Then I would like to go to battle phase.
It loses. It doesn't give you the attack. You can target face up monster. This points to end phase up. The opponent target loses equal, but there's no
but
attacking.
this is linked.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. If you want to do that, we can do that. I figure since
it makes
it's
more
just for
sense
everything.
to have it be marked because
I can do
otherwise
that.
it's gonna be like, well, how much is this?
That's fine.
So, but yeah, I would like to go to battle phase. Is this okay?
Yep, battle phase is fine.
Okay. This is 1500. Wait, this isn't linked, is it?
Which one?
Sunlight Wolf.
Oh yeah, because it's not pointing to. Sorry, I just
Nothing is
figured 'cause
pointing to it.
Yeah, it just. Yeah.
It's weird because like when I think of linked, I would think, oh, anything that is pointing to another card is linked to that card, but it's not, which is the weirdest thing about I think the wording for this. Because co-link is that if another card is pointing to you while you're pointing to it, then that counts as being linked.
Yeah.
Like co-link. Yep, that's 200 damage, and then swing for 3.3.
For this one, I will banish my Balinks, and I will take 1500. It just protects from being destroyed.
Okay, and then I would like to tribute Jurai Ghetto to give Underclock Taker 1000 until the end of your turn, your next turn.
I'd like to keep some level. I'll roll this.
Is actively control the Sun Game.
It's just an Omni Negate.
Well, this card is, oh my god, cringe ass Omni Negates, bro. Me when I.
Hey, listen, you would not have anything on board if I didn't let you have it, so shush.
Me when the Omni Negate is Omni. Traffic Ghost. Token. Firewall.
Yes, sir.
And this thing gains. And this thing gains. Now, this has the effect that a quick effect of bouncing up to the number of co-linked cards. So just one in this case. Yeah, this card. It's weird that it's not co-linked cards, but rather co-linked cards to this monster. And if something gets popped or sent to the graveyard. Yeah. Okay. It's your move.
All right. We'll start with a normal off Foxy.
No. Excavate.
Actually,
Is there a resolve for this?
Should I instead? Does this matter? Not really. It's fine. Yeah, I'll normal Foxy, but I will elect to not use the effects.
Okay.
You Foxy to link summon for Balinks. Foxy gets sent to the grave. I will special out Gazelle. This okay?
That is okay. I do not have anything to do.
I mean, you do have a Firewall Dragon that I'm looking at, so you do have stuff.
I do not have anything to do. It's all a Drover now.
I think I'll... just look me out of some stuff.
That's okay. Dude, it's insane to read Firewall Dragon and think that only one of these effects used to be hard once per turn. Or actually, only one of these effects used to be once per turn. Dude, what were you thinking?
I'll go Gazelle Foolish effect then, if this is all fine. And this time I will send a...
Because if Gazelle hits the board and I would try to bounce it, you would still get to activate the effect because it's been normal. So.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking that you would bounce Gazelle, it's rather that you would bounce something else, but still I changed stuff, so that's what I was mostly thinking here.
I don't know what this deck has. I didn't give enough of a fuck to look, and I don't like the archetype, so I never looked into it.
I think this archetype is actually really cool.
It's like visually, it's pretty neat, but I'm like, it's a Cyber's archetype. Like, I absolutely abhor Cyber's cards. I think it's the worst type that they ever added into the game.
Fair enough.
It's just like, because like, there's a thing on my board that is currently kind of the reason for all of that. This and a bunch of other shit.
I think whatever it is here. I mean, might as well. I'll go for a spinny effect to revive itself, since I have a Salamangreat.
And then target one phase. Oh no, it's still.
Yeah, that's from the hand.
Okay.
If I go for this, you'll just bounce it. I guess I can.
I mean,
Can I still? I can still. Sure. Let's
Can't believe
say-
they added poggers into Arcanites. So scary.
If I do this, I could still wait. That's annoying. Man, I'm regretting letting you actually have fun because this card is so fucking annoying to deal with.
Firewall?
Yeah.
Oh, it's if I didn't get to use Cyanide Storm, I would have just gone directly into Firewall, and I would have board after that as well. So.
Well, I would have had then obviously for that the roar, which I now had to use for other stuff because I let you do things. I mostly does this. If I this does it do anything? Oh, this can add that. Wait, would that be the better? Cause like I haven't resolved what I. Well, not like it mattered what I summoned yet. If I go you. Actually, no, it's whatever. I'll still go for this. I'll summon Mirage Stalio.
Okay.
Lost connection.
Plus. Okay.
We're back.
Holding.
Yeah, well, we're back. I would like to use the effect of Mirage Stalio to special something out of my deck.
Okay.
And for this, it's now gotta be you, right? Is it you?
I can produce a steal soon. Let's go.
Does this? Oh, wait. Can I? Sure. I'll go for beat. Do I? Yeah, fuck it. I'll go beat Bison.
Okay.
You probably want to read what beat Bison does. Or I can say it's a negation until the end of the turn. I can return Fire Link monster from my grave up to a number of face-up cards you control. Return them to the extra, and then your stuff gets negated until the rest of the turn.
Up to the number of your opponent.
Yeah. Currently, it is only duel Chimera.
You can only use each effect. You can only summon it once. What did you summon it off of?
Mirage Stalio. So I'm now fire monster.
So it doesn't matter. You just do whatever you want.
It's not a quick, so it's like...
No, it doesn't matter, because even if I bounce it, you can re-summon it.
Oh, yeah.
And so it doesn't matter. You just do what you were doing.
Okay, good. Then I will do. I'm also just wondering if I do. Yeah, I'll go Sanctuary Effect to summon Wolf using Wolf. Then I'll go, because you can bounce this. So
you can use the effect right now to negate it, and then I can bounce things, but you're still gonna have stuff on.
Yeah, but just have the insurance. I'll first use Wolf Effect because it was summoned using Wolf to get Roar to hand. Just to have some insurance. Then I would like to use the effect of Bison targeting Firewall. And what did Call of the Haunted was the Juragada, yeah. No.
You don't even need to target anything that I have on board. You target Firelink monsters in the graveyard, and it's up to the number of cards I have on field.
Yeah.
List of cards I have on field. So even after this,
yeah, I mean,
even if I got rid of my
always
stuff,
get to shuffle these back, which is nice thing. But also, like, I'll go Silent Storm and Firewall.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that this isn't a targeting effect.
Yeah.
So even if I had bounced something or done something, you would still get the negate off on my board.
Oh,
you would get to do it for anything that you want.
Yeah. But yeah, so Firewall and Silent Storm. Then I'll go for, because now I need, sure. I don't know if it matters, but I'd rather still have the insurance. I'll use these two. I'll make Phoenix effect. I'll pitch a Ash Blossom from my hand. I'll target this.
This is gonna be too much of a hassle. We should just get out of here.
This isn't if it. Yeah, I'll get the draw, which is, I think, first time in my life I've gotten a draw of fucking Phoenix. Because I don't think this. Because I can make Borreload, but does it kill you? Because currently Firewall is negated, and I mean you could have Effect Veiler, which is the thing. Stick swings twice. This would be. Oh yeah, wait. Silent Storm attack increase is no longer applying because it's negated. So Firewall is 25, which would make this 40 to 50. Actually, I can't do that because I use Mirage Talio, so never mind. I can't do that. I instead need to do. I used this. Oh yeah, and also Phoenix Summon. I get to add something from my grave, and now I'll go for Gazelle. Even if I can't use the effect, this is still better. I guess this would then make more sense. 6-3. It's always these two. Summon Heat Leo. Shuffle back. I mean, only one target. I'll just shuffle back the Haunted. Then I'll use Heatleo to make Heatleo. I'll use the effect of Jaguar. Shuffle back. Can you shuffle? It's only. It's any Salmon Great Monster. Is it then better? Sure. I'll shuffle back a Mirage Stalio. Summon this. Does it need to be in defense? No. Summon this. And then I have used Spinny, but I haven't used either effect of. No. Yeah, because Foxy I revived itself, so I can still summon Foxy. So I'll pitch from my hand. Can you pitch? Yes. I'll pitch Foxy to summon the other Foxy from my grave. And now we've had our fun. I'll just pop the Silent Storm. Even though it's negated and it shouldn't matter, but just in case. And then I'll use these three. And I'll make I don't think it matters. But I guess if you have something for a follow-up, I'll just go Borreload. I mean, you probably will, because you have fucking 4 tokens. And Firewall can be made with anything. What's beginning to do maybe is you can target a face monster on the field and one of your graveyard. I guess I'll just use that on my Heatleo. Which I summoned with Heatleo, so it's just 23. Oh wait, it's the becomes. Okay, yeah, then it doesn't matter. Because everything else is smaller. I did have beat by then, so sure. I'll get the fucking 500. And then we can play the video game. I'll swing over Firewall for 500 and this for 18. Then I'll set this miracle card that could be absolutely anything. And oh wait, I was supposed to. God fucking damn it! I forgot to do the Sunlight Wolf effect, but that's way earlier now, so I'm not gonna do anything with that. Sorry, that was a really lengthy turn.
Yeah,
we got
play
there.
Terraforming. I'll add Silent Storm to my hand. I activate Silent Storm. I put all my tokens in attack. I go battle phase. I attack into this for 3000 damage. I resolve Silent Storm.
Borreload is linked, so it's 35.
Okay. I don't care. Just get this over with. And then he goes into this slot, and then I swing into Borreload, and then I get to go next.
Yippee.
Yeah, whatever. Go next.
I don't like it when it's like when you're winning in this episode, you're having a good time. When I'm winning, you just go silent.
I'm sitting here doing Arcanine stuff because what am I supposed to do? You sit in silence when I'm comboing. You want me to be that? Yeah, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. Or and then when it comes to my turn, do you just want me to pass because I have nothing I can actually do because everything that
it's just play the game. If you want to get out of here, then let's play it.
I discard Datacorn, summon out Datacorn.
I'll lash this. I don't feel like thinking.
Yeah. I summon this guy. I bounce this guy back to my. Actually, I get to summon this guy first. Effect is negated.
Yep.
I bounce this guy to my hand to summon out Jeexx ally Birdman.
Holy Jeexx.
I use both of these guys to make a guy.
Birdman gets banished.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
move.
it's land for Ranunculus. Well, this is a hand that I have literally never seen in my fucking life.
Guys, I think I gotta have to do a play next turn using my Link 2. Which
okay, you don't need to be an asshole about it, okay?
No, but like... I'm sitting here looking at you doing the combo, like, yeah, I don't have anything I can do, because you have redundancy in ways where I could probably bounce a thing, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of, like, playing the game.
Sure. For future reference, if you genuinely there's nothing you can or won't do, then just say, because like when you resolve a couple of things, I usually say that I don't have interaction or hand traps, so it's like then it just plays.
I said I don't have anything.
That was the earlier turn.
I literally drew into jack shit, and the only thing that you said that I have is firewall. And I was like, yeah, I don't have anything, because I just have firewall, which does nothing in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Will of Salamangreat, I'll use the Will of Salamangreat to special for my hand, beat Bison. I don't think I can do. I didn't use. Sure. We'll go combat. Beat Bison for 16.
Mm-hmm.
11 extra.
Mm-hmm.
Main 2, I'll go Bay Links and Res to make Sunlight Wolf. Activate Sanctuary. Use Sunlight Wolf. Make Sunlight Wolf. Now the issue here is because I don't fucking have any actual things I can do. Do I even have a way? Sure. We'll go Dueling Book.
What the fuck?
Grr. It keeps disconnecting me. Sure, I'll go Falco effect from Grave, targeting my Beat Bison. I'll summon Falco out, Beat Bison to hand, which will... Actually, do I even care about this shit? I think I'd rather have a solid name in the grave, because like getting the thingy, it doesn't really matter. So honestly, I'll just end on this. I'll set one pass.
A normal gadget?
Gadget is okay.
Oh.
Did he now kick you out?
Datacorn? Yep.
Yep.
Make Link 2. Make Underclock Taker. Summon token with gadget.
Yep. Gadget. I'll then chain Rage to target a Salamangreat. I have blah blah blah. It's Link 2, so I'll pop 2 of your cards, which there's obviously. Dude. Can I kill you? Because use the effect of Will of Salamangreat, summon Falco from Grave. This doesn't give me anything. This is enough. I'll go combat Falco, Sunlight Wolf, Beat Bison. Which would be 5,800.
Yeah.
Dude, me being so excited for this and then it being...
I think this is one of the worst structure decks.
I mean, it is like, terrible. I'm still like glad you end up going the Signet route, but...
No, like legitimately the only thing outside of Signet Storm in this is like, hey, you get to play mediocre Link spam. Cool.
Yep.
What do I actually have to play? Oh, you have Cyber's Gadget. You can summon out a card in the graveyard. Okay, how do I get cards in the graveyard? You use 1 for 1. Oh, okay. How do I use 1 for 1? Well, you have Data Corn in the deck. Okay, do I have anything else? Well, you have Data Corn in the deck. Okay, but anything else? Oh, you have Effect Veiler in the deck. Oh, great. That's cool. That's neat. Literally every single card in this deck has jack shit for applications. Like there is nothing that this deck actually does that is good enough that you should ever actually consider playing this deck as it is. And that's why the only reason why I was remotely interested in playing this deck was because of the fact that, well, I get to do a goofy thing.
Yeah, design it.
To play a goofy card that does nothing and will never be played in any other circumstance ever by anyone, most likely.
The only card I decided was out of the one of the fuck ass link twos that this deck had for Bakusk, because like basically the most common and like easily accessible good end board you make is just you have Sunlight Wolf, you have Roar Set, you have Mirage Talia there, and then you just have Bakusk, and fucking good luck playing into that shit.
Me when I side out my floodgates and then my opponent sides floodgates into stuff. So.
I was literally last time I said that I can just not play Ghost Match or any of the other shit, and they were like, no, it's fine. And I was like, okay, well, I'll then have them, and I'll then just side them out after game one. But with how game one went, and you just immediately was like, whatever. And when the second game, I'm like, okay, well, he just clearly wants to get out of here. So
I did. What do you? So
siding.
What this deck?
No,
does,
I'm not like I just said what you said, and I literally just did what was the fastest thing to do. So you get to get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I genuinely think that out of all of the structure decks that we've had, this isn't even a case of a mismatch. This deck just doesn't have an actual game plan to it. Because like the only cards in this that have any kind of genuine synergy are obviously the cards that when you send them to the graveyard, you get stuff off of them. But they have the issue of, well, how do you use Reborn Tengu for anything? You don't have a single effect monster card that you can climb into. Because if you could use Reborn Tengu to make a link, and then you could use Reborn Tengu and the link again, and then repeat that into infinity, that would actually be pretty good. Or if, let's say, you had a way of actually summoning Juragedo that isn't just, hey, during your battle step, you can special summon this thing. So you wouldn't have to go into combat to use this, which means that it would be usable on your first turn. And this just kind of leads into a situation where this deck doesn't have enough cards that genuinely allow you to have a play without already being set up. Like, Reborn Tengu is probably the best example of this, where you need at least one creature on board.
Yep.
You need at least one other creature on board to actually do anything with it. And even then, it's like, well, in the actual set, you have access to a generic Link 2 and a generic Link 3 that you can use to climb into something else using Reborn Tengu and a Scapegoat token. But that's a card that is limited in the actual game, and a card that was, I'm pretty sure, at 2 at the time when this came out originally. I might be misremembering. But Born Tengu was like limited for giga long. Yeah, until 2014, it was limited. But yeah, this is luckily 5 years after that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a starter deck. A starter deck that has some cards in it that they couldn't print into a starter deck, so they made it into a structure deck. Because, like, if you think about it, Cyber's Gadget, Juragedo, Scapegoat even, and even stuff like Storm Cipher. Like, cards like these are starter deck cards. Like, you make a starter deck that contains these and a Goblinberg and like an Anti-Alien. This deck also has the main deck monster, Segmental Dragon, which pops board for like every main monster zone monster that has less attack than it does when you normal summon or set it. And it's like, oh, that's just a starter deck card. Like, there's a similar card in the original starter deck for Vrains. And beyond this, stinky. Giga fucking stinky.
It be do. Also, important to note, which I forgot to mention in the what's his face, the set breakdown, is that the in between a Powercode link and Soulburner releasing, Zombie Horde came out. So last structure that we played, which was Zombie Horde against, I forget what it was. But like that matchup made more sense because obviously both of these are link focused decks, and those were like more similar to each other, which is why we did it this way. But this is like even more like outdated at this point than like it was supposed to be for the matchup, and it was always going to be like a mismatch still, because Salad for quite a long time, I think for like multiple years, like Mirage Stalio was banned for quite a while, and like obviously Gazelle and at least Gazelle and Circle were limited. I don't remember if there were other things. I wouldn't be surprised if Roar was on the list as well. But I do, the ones that I remember for sure was that Gazelle and Circle were limited, and Mirage Tele was straight up banned.
Yeah. I checked, by the way, it's Lair Darkness, the structure deck that you're forgetting.
Yeah, Lair Darkness, Zombie. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because that was the like two decks that revolve around the field spell. That was the idea there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's yeah. I think when you even like put it like that, where Powercode Link is even older than the Salamangreat structure deck is.
Yeah. I think there's like over a year between the two, if I'm not mistaken.
Is 2018. This should be 2019 then, considering.
Soulburner was 2019.
Yeah,
but it could be over a year.
Yeah.
But if
December 8th and 2018 and 2017.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So
go ahead. Sorry.
So I think, like, as I said, this feels like a starter deck, and after I looked into it a bit further, this has like a recommendation thing. You know how like starter decks usually have the thing of like, hey, if you buy these booster packs, you can get your deck to be even better. This Powercode Link has that.
I mean, isn't they aren't doing starter decks anymore, right? Because I'm pretty sure.
No, we had the last one.
Yeah, because like that's the thing. Like I'm pretty sure that the Link era, when it started, we did the only two, because it was start of Link era and then a year after the release, like we're the only starter decks that they ever did. So I guess it would make sense that one of the structures just feels like a starter deck 1.1, essentially.
Yeah, like a starter deck that has a mechanically unique card in it.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't print the mechanically unique card in a starter deck before this.
Yeah.
It would be too confusing for new players.
Exactly. Yeah. But if like one good thing here is that I know for a fact that I will be playing Salads in the future as well, like probably at least a couple of times, because like I said, like I personally I think the archetype is really neat. And I also like the aesthetic a lot, but it's a special play. I don't remember if I've told you this. I said this in my deck breakdown, but it's like this is the first ever deck that like this is the deck that made me realize like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh has combos. It's like literally, because that was like this obviously released like a little bit after I like got into Yu-Gi-Oh proper, and I just remember I think it was Simo's combo tutorial that got recommended to me, like Salamangreat combo tutorial or something. I was like, what the fuck, like, and that was like peak when I was super FGC pilled. Like I was playing Tekken 7 probably the most out of any game that I was playing. So like combos in Yu-Gi-Oh, what the fuck does that even mean? And I watched that video and I was like, oh shit, wait, this archetype is so cool. So it kind of holds a special place in my heart for that, because it was literally the first ever deck that I saw a combo video for. And I was like, whoa, this game has combos? Because before that, I remember saying this before, like I was like, when I came up with, hey, you go into you summon a Phantom Knight, you special the other Phantom Knight that can special itself, you make Break Sword, you pop itself and one of your opponent's card, you get them both back, and you make Dark Rebellion, which you activate, and then you use a rank up fucking Phantom Knights card to make it a Arc Requiem. And that to me was like, holy shit, this is the coolest shit that I've ever seen a card game. So going from that to, normaling a Gazelle basically just gives you your deck. And obviously it's even better if you have any other card in your hand that you can normal instead of Gazelle. The deck is also like, this is probably I would argue this is probably the most consistent archetype that I have played in this series thus far. Because like with triple Gazelle, triple Circle, obviously no Signet Mining here, and like Flame Buffalo and Lady Debug were in your deck instead, and not in this one, which obviously also are like 2 cards that are really good for salads. Like even with those, especially like it would be even more consistent. Oh, sorry?
Which in this deck to absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like Lady Debug is usable, but it's like there's not much shit that you can do with like, okay, special something from your hand, because like 60% of the deck is when you normal summon this, summon tokens.
Yeah.
For X amount of tokens or something else, so.
Like all of the decent, because it's a Cyber's monster you special summon with this.
Yeah.
So
the Flame Buffalo also is like,
yeah,
you need to specifically discard a Cybers.
and then it's like, oh well, the majority of the good climbing cards in this deck are not Cyber's cards.
Yeah.
Which it's just it feels like a genuine mismatch, and I'm looking at the OCG release dates. You know how there's the previous Link structure that came out ages ago, right?
The which had like Transcode Talker or something.
I think so. Enko Talker, the one with the shield.
Oh yeah.
So that one and this one came out back to back, and then there's a third one that came out after this in the OCG, and like
we don't get that in the TCG, right?
No,
which for the sake of the series, thank God.
Yeah, because like it's 3 Cyber structure decks in the OCG back to back to back, and then it's fucking Soulburner. It's Salamangreats immediately after. Dude, like I fucking hate Cyber so much, and then it's Rockets after that, which are I don't think they're actually Cybers, but they should have probably been Cybers.
Yeah, they're machines. Yeah, actually,
Dragons. Wait, what?
I could be wrong. I've never played Rockets. Is that the next structure episode that we have? Yeah, it's gonna be Order of the Spellcasters versus Rocket Revolution.
Yeah.
Obviously, for this one, like I was like, I really wanted to play Salamangreat, but for that one, like I don't care either way. I think the Order of the Spellcaster. Okay, actually, if like I said, like I don't care which one I'll end up playing. But if I had to pick, like it's like 51-49 for Order of the Spellcaster, because I'm pretty sure that structure just contains the Yugi Boomer Rebellant card. It's the Endymion, Mighty Master of Magic, which at the time was the most text on a single card.
I think it's still the most text.
Really?
I don't know of any other card that would have.
I mean, it has to be a pendulum. I guess I just assumed that a new DD. I know a new DD card is like the longest name in all of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it's like DD King Fire.
Yeah, because
Rage something or other.
I mean, DD naming conventions are so fun. Like ever since I saw the one, like its name was like Go DDD something. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing when the name starts with a Go exclamation mark?
Oh yeah, that's the Ragey one, I think.
Yeah, it has like a red claw. It has Ragnar the Blood Edge color scheme with like head big, white, and then having like red rags or something. I think it looks pretty cool. But you can say that for most DD cards. I think their aesthetic is really cool.
It seems like Endymion is still the longest effect.
Okay, I like gun to my head, I would have said that it's something else, but like you digging up proof and actually saying it, like I guess I'm not that surprised.
I'm double checking though, because
but yeah,
seems like the trivia is out of date.
For these structures, like other than that, like I don't think we have much else to say. But like I said, like I will be playing Salad at least another time, because in the future, and I think there's a like good chance that it's one of my decks that I'm playing in the anniversary episode. But like I'm not sure how things line up, because I think there were some like 10s just before we get to the anniversary episode, and 10s usually tend to be like obviously the popular archetypes and cards from the year. So if there's a way that I play Salad in that, then I'll try to avoid just like playing the same archetype. Like I play something now and then it's like episode or two and then once again.
I mean, we looked at the episodes from like 5Ds, and uh, how many times did you play Black Wings within 5Ds? And there was a few episodes where
lot.
you like unknowingly played them back to back to back or something, which is crazy because it's like it feels like you didn't actually like. I made fun of it at the time, but it feels like you didn't play Blackwing all that much. But apparently, it's like
I think it was
half
like
of what I played Heroes.
I think literally it was like I want to say it was like 6 games. I can check after this and maybe I'll throw it somewhere on the screen here if I remember when I'm editing this. But like I can check after this because like 5Ds was like 20 episodes, so it's not too much of a hassle to check. But the thing is also like for 5Ds, like obviously that was the Synchro era. I knew nothing of the Synchro era really, and like even retroactive, like when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I obviously like I've said, like Xyz is my favorite summoning mechanic in the game, but for synchros, like I never really went into like OG dual monsters. There's nothing crazy really there. For GX, obviously it was the show that I grew up with, so the like I liked and knew about fusions that way. But then like Synchro era 5Ds, there's nothing for me there. And then Xyz, okay, my favorite summoning mechanic, also my favorite archetype is an Xyz archetype. So there was the hole there where it's like, okay, for Synchros, like I know a few archetypes, but there's like there's not as much stuff there that I'm like, okay, wait, this is really cool. I want to try this. Because like obviously getting into Yu-Gi-Oh towards the start of the Link era, then like when I've been more following things, there's a lot more archetypes that I've like through osmosis then learned about, and then it's like, oh, that would be cool. Oh, I would like to try that. Whereas for the Synchro era, I knew about Lightsworn, and actually Lightsworn came out during GX, right? So even that doesn't apply. So it's like for synchro archetypes, it's literally Blackwing and RDA, the two archetypes that I like knew, because even like at that time like Blue Eyes kinda, but there weren't many archetypes I was like, oh, that's really cool. Whereas now there's a lot more variety for stuff that I'm interested in, and at that point it was still like, if there's nothing that like it's all like meh, I'll just play Blackwing instead. It's like, because would I play a deck for the nth time that I know that I at least somewhat enjoy, or would I go for something that like just reading the cards, there's no spark there? Because I try to make it more varied for myself and for the people watching as well. But it's at the end of the day, like I'm going like, out of everything that's here, what do I want to play the most? And then if it's between two things, then it's like, okay, have I played this thing before? If the answer is yes, okay, I'll play the other thing.
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
But yeah, for next time though, it is Infinity Chasers, which I think throws Infinitrax into the game.
What is this?
It's Earth machines that I think are like mostly level 5, if I'm not mistaken.
I have never heard of like any of these cards.
What else is there? I'm like 90% sure that I'm not like that I'm playing Infinitrax. Whether it's like pure Infinitrax or then with trains or something else, I don't know. But what else?
What the fuck is an Evil Eye?
Wait, what? Evil Eye?
There's like an archetype called Evil Eye, and
I have never heard of that in my life. Okay, there's Witchcrafters. I have also never heard of Witchcrafters. I have no idea what they do.
Witchcrafters I've heard of because if you look at them, you can go like, oh yeah, only plays these.
I mean, it was immediate. Like I look at these, it's like, okay, it's a waifu archetype. And then Evil Eye. If there's normally Evil Eye card, is great. Equipped with Evil Eye of Selene. Evil Eye. Okay, so Evil Eye immediately. So it's an archetype that apparently specifically equips an equip card called Evil Eye of Selene. And then it cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent counter by, and your opponent cannot target every card effect each time you activate an equipped monster's effect or activate another Evil Eye spell card. The equipped monster gains attack. If it does, you lose life point. Okay, so it's literally an archetype around an equip where it's like, okay, you pay life points to charge power into this relic and then your monster gets stronger.
This seems ass.
Famously, Equip focus decks, not very good.
Yep.
Hey, Draghetto's back.
Oh my god! Legitimately
Well, they even
speaking,
had
Draghetto
two.
seems like a pretty decent card for like jank builds because of the fact
Dude.
that it has like it was the scariest thing in the deck.
That's literally, dude. That's such a perfect way to describe the card, dude. I love cards that are like, if you're actually competing in a tournament, you would never see this, but in a more casual setting, it's like, dude, you get a free body and you get life, and then you can use it to also boost one of your things in quick FPs. It's like super mediocre effect for the type, but it's like in a more casual and jank build, it's like, wait, this is actually cool.
It's terrifying to think that that's
Yeah,
that's the power level that we went back to for a moment.
Yep. Oh, there's also some spells that there's this. Hey, there's Mythical Beast Jackal King.
Oh,
They even have their crane here.
Beast.
Okay, well, I'm like 90% sure it's gonna be some form of Earth Machines for me.
I'm gonna figure out some fucking jank.
I mean, we both know that you're the biggest Oni simp on the in the world, so you're just gonna end up playing Witchcrafters.
If this card is linked to someone using a monster 2,600 or higher attack as material, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. And if it's equipped with the Evil Eye of Selene, you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it as a quick effect. That's a pretty good deal for going -4.
Hey, there is the fucking hidden armory in the set.
Oh,
so
true.
if you're trying to play that, it's like
So, pause chat.
you have generic equipped support here. Broken.
They're fiends, by the way, so can't even summon Isolde.
Smudge.
Smog. Man,
But yeah, I mean,
cring.
I'm sure I'll figure something out. If not, then we'll just have a machine mirror.
Oh man, probably gonna try to figure something out with mythical beasts because I mean that archetype is pretty cool. And I haven't played a pendulum archetype in a while, so
Thank God for that.
it's also not a pendulum archetype really because it's you could just change it to be spells and shit, and it would work the same.
Yeah. Which is
that's why it's
nice
kinda
because
cool.
it's like otherwise there is one card from the archetype here, so good luck getting to 20. But at least like there's some generic like spell card support, and they're all spellcasters, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so at least like Wonder Wand obviously is pretty nice.
I think they are. I think there was some beasts too, but
Oh yeah, could be. But yeah, like I do remember that it was like at least majority spellcasters, and obviously like Wonder Wand, because normally you wouldn't get stuff in the grave, but they had some like recursion as well. So like Wonder Wand is pretty nice because otherwise like it's not a problem. But
I mean they go to the extra deck, not the grave. So
with Wonder Wand, it's you send both. Oh wait, is it no matter what happens, it would just go to the extra deck from the field?
correct.
Huh, dude, this because like. Have I ever played a Pendulum Arc? I don't think so. Because it's lit. Well, I have in that one episode where I wanted to fucking kill myself. But it's because that's the issue. It's like nothing in Pendulums. It's like, okay, DDD is cool, and I could see myself giving Order as a world. But other than that, it's like there is nothing in Pendulum that interests me.
Smoke.
Oh,
Pendulums are like the weirdest thing to play as well because they don't really feel like they play by the rules. Does that make sense?
yeah, I mean, that's probably why it's like, because for, there's not really, it's like, some people don't like links for how generic they are, but there was the same increment made for Xyz as well. But it's like, the one, not, is that super type? But like, card type essentially is like, that usually gets the most like, yeah, we don't like that, is Pendulum is like, people don't like Pendulum specifically, which is probably with kids like this. It tends to be like it's different from the things that I'm used to, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
Different.
I mean,
things
that's
are
definitely
scary.
what it is with Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Yeah, not just
'Cause
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh!
players, because they did develop racism before Yu-Gi-Oh was a thing. So
I mean, that's true. That is true. But I'm more saying that Yu-Gi-Oh players embody racism more so than most other video games.
This is where I'm taking myself out of this. I don't think that. I think Yu-Gi-Oh players can also be cool and not just racist, but you know.
I mean, you know,
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh players, man, they can't read. They don't know what's good for them.
Anyways,
Eh,
everybody watching this video, I'm sure, can read, and that's awesome.
yeah, I'm glad you guys can read.
Yeah.
Happy for
Anyways,
you.
hopefully
Wish I could.
next time will be better. Sorry for the episode, but hey, I have internet now. We should be back to regular uploads. Yippee!
Yippee!
Might
We're
even
gaming.
soon. Anyways,
Um,
thank
wild.
you. Or before we get out of here, any last words, Jeexx?
So, you know how it is. Black and yellow or something. Whatever that song is.
Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, leave in the comments your best suggestions for Jeexx's base building in Arknights Enfield, and
Thank you.
I will also.
I would really appreciate it, guys.
Probably return to the mines, and we'll see you next time for the Infinity Chasers. So, also, yeah, Pokemon is coming back. It was something that happened on a Sunday. Then it was I had an anime convention, and then I had a move. So hopefully you understand. But we will finish up Generation 4 with VGC 2010 next time.
I also have to add, I was also busy this last Sunday in a way where I couldn't have done it reasonably. So
yeah, so
yeah.
We'll get back to our scheduled programming now, which has never been actually scheduled, but you know. But we'll see you next time for the Infinite Chasers. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Peace.